What is going on, Outlaws? Michael or Legacy Kill HD back again with some more Red Dead Redemption content for you, and today we have episode 2 of Shit People Say About Red Dead Redemption 2. And I had a lot of fun making the first episode, so I'm going to continue this, make it into a series. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comment section below, and if you enjoy the video, make sure to smack that like button, consider subscribing for a lot more additional Red Dead Redemption 2 content to come. Nonetheless, we're going to start by looking at a tweet that I brought up in a previous video, but I want to bring it up again just because of how I think the only way I can explain this is that it's infuriating in a lot of ways, to at least me. And this individual is Alex Kranz, who says, "Oh look, another Red Dead game. Maybe this time they won't use the setting as an excuse to be horrifically racist and sexist." And already off the bat, we can tell that this individual hates the Red Dead franchise and is a little salty. And we did get some comments from her below, which one of them comes from How About Fuck No? Interesting name. "Are you trying to argue the Old West wasn't a horrendously sexist and racist time, or they shouldn't strive for realism?" And at which they replied, "The only people demanding social historical accuracy in a game where you cross Texas in a day are people history didn't suck for." So I'm guessing this individual did not like Mafia 3 either, because that game is probably the most racist game I've ever seen, but it has to be for that reason. Just like in the Old West, I think that there should be even more racism because that represents the time. But obviously Rockstar Games tries to make it satirical. That's why some of the jokes about Irish being a drunk is obviously just a joke. But individuals like this, I don't think that they can actually see that, and they just decide to get pissed off. But after all this, I felt that I was prompted to give this individual an award, so I gave it the Dumbest Comment of 2016 award, and this individual actually gave me a reply saying, "I don't know, man, commenting on a 2-month-old tweet is pretty dumb too," which I guess there's a limited amount of time on talking about something that sounds absolutely stupid. And in which I replied, "But that doesn't change how dumb you sound. Just curious, ever take a history class, understand the early 20th century at all?" And to everybody's surprise, this individual has not replied yet, and I don't think that they have any plans to. But it honestly goes beyond that, because there's been an overall feeling since Red Dead Redemption was released that a lot of people think that Red Dead Redemption is a racist franchise. There was an article posted by Gaming Bolt back in 2012 in which they listed about 10 games that are the most racist titles ever made, and surprisingly enough, Red Dead Redemption made their list. And their main argument is the depiction of Irish, saying that it's racist to the Irish immigrants because, you know, Irish is drunk. And the last quote just, I don't even understand. It says, "But Irish's place as the butt of many jokes within the game makes me think there's something far more sinister going on." So apparently whoever wrote this article thinks that Rockstar Games just has something against Irish immigrants, and they felt that they had to include those jokes in the game. And I'm sure that it's more than that. I'm sure that they take issue with the jokes about Native Americans, calling them savages, and all the other jokes that are within the game. But that's just satire, and this individual obviously just didn't get it. Nonetheless, let's get back on track and let's take a look at some of the other comments surrounding this next Red Dead title. And the first comes from Brian Stalem, who says, "I never played the first game, but this looks awesome. Do I have to understand the first one to play this? Honestly, I would say that you have to pick up this game. Probably one of the best games ever made. And honestly, at this point, I envy this person just because they've never experienced the game. And all I'm going to say is that it's going to be an emotional journey for you, and you're going to have a lot of fun." The next person, which I'm not even going to bother trying to say, says, "How the F do you stop the train?" That'll probably be the next thing. A lot of people trying to stop the train within Red Dead Redemption 2. Who knows to say that Rockstar Games will actually allow us to stop it this time? Guess we'll have to see. Ninja Pro 123359 says, "I'm pretty sure it's going to be about the Willingston gang like John Marston used to be in." You're close, at least. It's Dutch's gang, John Marston. But I think your spelling's just a little bit off, and hopefully that was autocorrect. The Williamson gang's not even the right gang, it's Dutch's gang. Anyway, next we have is, I'm not even going to say that, No Table Tennis 2 Disappointed. I think we're good with just one. Callboy Danny Dietrich says, "This looks so good. I hope I don't get disappointed like Mafia 3. Well, there's a big difference. That was made by 2K Games, and they rushed that out the door. That was just, it felt messy in a lot of ways. If they had taken their time, added a little bit more substance to the open world, I think it would have been a fun game, but they just rushed it out the door. Great story, great atmosphere, there was just a lot of missing pieces." Wolfhound says, "PC gamers are like bums who stare at your food through the restaurant window." Wow, that's something else. There's a lot of anger between console gamers and PC gamers over Rockstar Games titles because Rockstar definitely does not release their titles for PC at the same time, and that's why a lot of people think that Rockstar Games has something against PC players, which I'm sure they don't. It's just probably something to do with development, and obviously the main aim is going to be for consoles because there's more people playing on them. The next comment we have is a little bit longer. It's from Blue Shark, who says, "It's times like these I am reminded why I don't buy games from these assholes anymore. Thanks for nothing, not buying an inferior system just cause you have hard on for consoles to have the privilege to give you more money. Platform exclusives I get, this console exclusive crap is just BS. GTA 5 is a regular in Steam's top sellers since the release, and they still have no respect for their user base on PC, or they would announce PC version as well. I'm sure that they have a respect for it, it's just, again, it goes along with what I just said. And I don't think that Rockstar Games has anything against PC players, it's just how development goes. And I get it because of how Red Dead Redemption was, a lot of people get worried. But you have to remember, based on Leslie Benzie's lawsuit, that game was a mess before it came out, and some of the developers that have come out saying that it's almost impossible for a remaster or a PC port because of how badly the coding is within the game. And next up we have Mordekaiser, who says surveys show that 76% of console gamers have micro penises and 53% have over 30% body fat. Saltiness, the saltiness, guys. Drift is Life says everybody comment hashtag RDR2 for Xbox 360, and let's see if Rockstar will make it. Please, we can do it. It's time for you to upgrade. I mean, this was the comment that somebody had in my previous video for the PS3. It's time to upgrade to the PS4 or Xbox One, and even if they did, it would be so downgraded it probably wouldn't be too enjoyable because there would probably be missing features, that's what I mean. Flaming Quesadilla says better animal AI, will it beat CoD Ghosts' brand new fish AI system? That's the true question.
AI system to it, so we have fish move out of the way when you get close to them.
I mean, that was revolutionary because it hadn't been done before. Well, it actually had, and that was almost dumb that they were bragging about a feature about fish in a shooter game. Just absolutely ridiculous. I think that was the end of the line for me for the Call of Duty franchise. Just such a shit game. At least that's my opinion. Next we have Domlock, who says, a woman in a gang riding a horse, grr, all caps, social justice warriors ruining game, something something, misrepresenting, personal opinion as fact, something something, outrage. I'm just gonna call that here and now, folks. Well, this goes back to the comment that I discussed at the beginning of this video. I mean, there was women in gangs, so I just want to point that out, but I get what you're trying to say, bud, and you're right. Anyway, Outlaws, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to smack that like button if you did enjoy the video or found any informative value. Also, drop down in the comments. Let me know how you feel about these wacky comments, and let me know if you want to see more of this series because I have a lot of fun going over a lot of these bizarre comments. But again, make sure to subscribe for a lot more additional Red Dead Redemption 2 content to come, and remember, Outlaws to the end.